Oh yeah, Black Sun in the hizzle, all for shizzle dizzle. We got an excellent show here today. Oh, I did misspell that, Venkat. What's going on? Um, Real quick, y'all, you can hit the link, Venkat. Um, Trevor is under the weather, so we wish him a speedy recovery. Um, Trevor, drink plenty of cranberry juice. Try to, I know it's hard. Try to stay away from the meat, dairy, and eggs while you're recovering. I know it's hard, Trevor. I know you try not trying to hear that, but stay away from the meat, dairy, and eggs. Trust me. You'll thank me later. Trust me, you'll thank me later. But try to do a uh try to do a fruit and vegetable cleanse. Just for this occasion, because you're under the weather. Okay, with that being said, Venkat, if you want to join, let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Did I say 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock? Oh, I had scheduled it for 6 o'clock, so I'm late, y'all. I'm late. But like I said, I just got a message from Trevor. Um, we're supposed to be doing wrestling Wednesdays, but I really wanted Venkat and Trevor to do that tonight. So, if y'all don't mind, if we could just postpone the show because I would like to get Venkat, Trevor, and MD on the panel, you know, to discuss because they're the experts. I like to just get back and listen, but really are the experts, and I would do it no justice. So shout out to Venkat Williams, shout out to MD, shout out to Trevor. Those are the experts. Black Sun, I just like to listen in. I do not want to butcher uh, this show or the title, so I will postpone it till next Wednesday. Because, like I said, I don't think I will do it any justice. Those guys are the experts. So again, I do apologize, and these things happen, and again, I wish Trevor speedy recovery. Remember, Trevor, stay away from the meat, dairy, and eggs. Trust me, brother. Trust me. If you're listening, you're probably shaking your head. Black son, you don't know what you're talking about. My my uncle lived to be 102 eating goddamn meat, dairy, and eggs. What are you talking about? Just trust me, bro. Just trust me. Just cleanse yourself. Cleanse, cleanse, cleanse. Do a fruit cleanse. Do a vegetable, maybe a kale cleanse. Just clean yourself. Do it for at least 3 days. Trust me. Trust me. You'll thank me. You'll thank me. So just like my clients, but anywho, um, I'm gonna close it out, y'all. I want to thank y'all for coming out. For the four people in the clouds, I want to thank y'all. Shout out to y'all. I don't know who you guys are, but I see Venkat Williams in the chat. Shout out to Trevor. Shout out to Yeager. He's working tonight. Shout out to MD20. Get home safe, brother. I know it started raining early, bro. I know you said. I know I said it's gonna rain later, but it's raining now. So hopefully it doesn't ice up out there. And for the rest of you truck drivers out there, or anybody in the transportation business, be safe out there because that black ice is no joke. Trust me. And them conditions are just crazy. So especially if you're driving in Atlanta, people tend to drive faster and be more daredevilish in the rain for some reason. Like, I don't know, people go crazy in here in the South when it snows, when it's foggy, and when it rains. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's something in the ribs, something in the rib tips down here. I don't know. Either something in the rib tips or something in the fried chicken wings. I don't know what it is. Something in the dairy milk. Maybe something in the goddamn fat back or pig feet is something. I don't know. Something in the McDonald's cheeseburgers. I don't know. It's something, but it's causing. Hey, what up, Zanzi? What's going on, man? What's going on? Hey, Zanzi. We're going to do a show tonight, but however, Trevor is under the weather, so we're going to postpone it till Wrestling Wednesdays till next week. I might I might have a show at Nature Mom. I got to call her and see how her concerts are doing. Because I don't know if she's doing multiple performances or if it was just, I don't know. I didn't even ask her because I know usually with events like that, sports events, I'm not sure if it's a repeat thing or just a one-time gig. I'm not sure how that works. So I will contact her and find out if she's willing to do a show, share her experience with us, possibly on Saturday or Sunday. I don't know. But anywho, I'm gonna let y'all get back to what y'all doing. I gotta. Oh shit! Wait a minute. Hey, Venkat. Oh shit! Oh shit! Wait a minute.
What's going on, Blackson?
What's going on, man?
All right, all right.
Hey, man. I'm glad you could grace us with your presence, man.
I wouldn't miss it.
All right, all right. Now I know tonight we were supposed to do the Montreal screw job, or were you just gonna freestyle? Because I know Trevor, he's under the weather, but I wasn't sure what you guys had planned for us. But it's always a treat when you guys bring that wrestling talk, man.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's whatever you want to do. It's okay. I mean, first of all, Trevor made up an illness to avoid the butt whooping
Oh shit!
that he was definitely afraid. He
Oh
couldn't find the intestinal fortitude to show up here today,
right,
and
right.
he's ducking and hiding like Hulkamania.
Oh shit! Oh shit! You think Trevor's hiding because of that whole Vince McMahon wanting to return?
100%.
Wow. So hey, I got to get your take on that, man. Which I know you must I know you wherever you were, you had to do a double take, Venkat. I know you had to do a double take. Like what?
It's
'Cause I know I
unbelievable.
sure did.
Unbelievable. It's like it's not even been that long. He hasn't been even gone. Not even what 4 months? Less than 4 months he's been gone,
If
and
that, that's a good
already,
point. Yeah.
yeah, he's such an egomaniac that he just
Right.
can't step away. He sees the things Triple H are doing, whether good or bad, and he's just like he needs to come back in because he just loves that spotlight. He has to have his hands on everything. Um,
Right.
Yeah, it's disappointing, and it's also he has like a couple more allegations on him as well. So
So I
it's
heard,
sort of
right.
odd. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
odd that he would even want to even bring that up at this point.
Hmm. Yeah, that's yeah, so okay. Well, let's talk about Triple H because I'm glad we brought that up. I mean, we gonna get to some things, but um some people say that he's showing NXT too much, that he's showing the same, and so I can kind of understand Vince in a way. In a way, I can and can't because I know how you feel about Vince, but at the same time, it's still a business, and if Triple H is, somebody say he's not doing the best job. I don't know.
Mm, mm. Um, I, I'm I've been paying attention to his moves. He did the Clash at the Castle, which came out to be generally a success.
Okay.
He's had his moments. The War Games, I wish it was a little bit better, but overall, I can't say that it was bad. There was some success there as well. It's kind of early. I think he's just like you can't really judge him fully
Right.
because it's kind of like in politics. You become the president and it takes like a good year and a half for your
That's true.
policies to kick in. And I
Right.
think that's what Triple H is going through right now. So he's just positioning things. He rehired some people and he's making decisions on events and matches and stuff like that. I think it's good. Um, I'm not a Triple H fanboy like Trevor,
Neither am I.
who's ducking us right as we speak.
That's right. you know, I'm going to be kind of biased towards Triple H also because I felt like what they did to Sting was like just not
Oh yeah.
that was a missed opportunity. And I'm
Oh
just like,
yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
thought Triple H's ego was so big that he
Mm.
didn't allow I think it would have been it would have went a whole different course if they would have allowed Sting to, just I mean, yeah, I think that was Triple H's decision, man. And then he beat. I was just like, no, that's just not. No, that
And that's not the first time with Triple H making questionable decisions, especially towards a WCW talent.
right,
You would think that the wrestling business would be the primary concern and not ego.
right,
You can go back to when WCW shut down and then they took over the contracts. They got Booker T in there. Booker T went into a program with Triple H for WrestleMania. And
right.
one of the most notorious and racist promos ever was done by Triple H,
Yeah,
basically in the promo saying, "You people like you don't get to have big moments.
I
You
remember
serve
that.
and entertain. Yeah, you serve and
Yeah,
entertain people like me." And
exactly.
very
Yeah,
just, oh my god. So you would think, first of all, you think it's tasteless to begin with. I don't really see where they
absolutely.
could go with this. But
Right.
then at the end of it, you think, okay, well, the bad guy is going to get his and get his comeuppance. And no, Triple H pinned and defeated Booker T, nothing.
That.
And
Yeah.
so a lot of fans
Yeah.
look back at that with a sour taste. So
Absolutely. So right, you got Sting, Booker T. I mean, yeah, and you're talking about two marketable big names that
right,
you're talking about if you come out with a yeah, both Booker T and Sting are very marketable, and then Triple H do that because of ego. I'm just like, not a good move because
yeah,
just not a yeah. So that's why
yeah,
I'm biased. Yeah,
and Sting had for years was saying that he was told by Vince McMahon multiple occasions about coming over,
right,
and he would deny it every time. He said he would treat him good and everything, but he would say no. And one of the main reasons he would say no is because he didn't believe that they would use him properly.
right.
And also with conversations with people that went over there, like Lex Luger, the Steiner brothers.
Yeah,
These are people Sting are very close to. And
that's right.
they're actually driving up and down the road together, and they spend a lot of time with each other. So they give him the feedback as well, and it just confirmed a lot of things he was feeling. So
That's
that's why
right.
he never made the jump. But now, after WCW closed, then he did the TNA thing. I guess he just said, "Hey, let's see what happens." And again, bad for business. They just did
Yeah,
things that were very questionable. I
right,
really felt like if you were going to do that, why waste someone like Sting? I mean, there's only a limited amount of time you can have him.
right.
And Undertaker as well is just like Sting, just been
Oh
around.
man,
Why
yeah,
didn't they go right into an Undertaker versus Sting? These are legitimately the
exactly.
representations of WWF and WCW, the two
That's right.
guys that had been with the companies the longest and
That's
had the
right.
most respect. And like that could have been the match of all matches.
Right,
And they threw that away for a petty, wasteful match with him and Triple H. Nobody wanted that match. Nobody
right, right,
ever sat down and said, "My God, I would really like to see Triple H and Sting."
right.
That was,
And it's funny because I know how you feel about Vince McMahon, and Vince McMahon didn't make the greatest decisions either.
mm,
However, being that, Triple H is a wrestler with a big ego, I just feel like, I would rather have Shane McMahon take over.
yeah.
And I wish, because one of my favorite matches was Shane McMahon, Kurt Angle. That was
Oh
probably,
yeah.
oh
Oh
man,
yeah.
that was a classic. And that to me was the pinnacle of WWE and the potential of where it could go.
Right.
Shane put his body on the line. I really think Shane was I was really hoping Shane would be the torchbearer, but because Stephanie and Triple H, I'm just like, no, it's just too much ego there. But Shane, he's willing to put his body on the line, get injured,
Mm.
really work with the. I mean, he really, man, I just thought Shane was the man, to really do this, to carry the
Yeah,
torch.
he really earned a lot of respect from wrestling fans
Yeah,
because he put it all on the line and
yes, he
multiple
did.
times, and his
Yes.
matches were good, hard hitting, and you had to respect what he did out there.
Oh, absolutely. He's actually in my top 10. That's why I was like, man. Shane McMahon is in my top 10, man. Like he gained my respect when goddamn you talking about wrestling Kurt Angle, and Kurt Angle's a straight professional, but he's a monster at the same time, and he
Right.
slammed that dude through the wind. I was like, damn, Shane is a bad dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Like he is
Oh,
a bad dude. Like he doesn't really have the look, but he has the athletic and agility, the ability. I'm just like, man, Shane is nice. And so
right.
yeah,
It's very surprising. Whereas like Shane Stephanie is not really that polished.
no,
She's kind of awkward like Vince McMahon is.
yeah,
But Shane McMahon can actually bring it,
yeah,
surprisingly.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I don't even think it's surprisingly. I think Shane has a natural ability to
Mm,
just, he's just, because he's shown that he knows how to wrestle.
right.
He does like the little promos. Shane is if you talk about somebody who's dedicated, it's Shane. It's Shane all the way, And I
Well,
know,
it's surprising to me because I would have thought like, okay, so you're the kid of the big owner of the wrestling company, and everything is given to you, and that whole mentality. Plus, I would have seen him like a kind of like a David Flair, where you have a family history of wrestling, but you don't really pan out that great for wrestling.
yeah,
So I'm not trying to bash David Flair, but he wasn't really optimal as far as in that ring. So
no,
Shane McMahon actually could go, and to be able to do that with Kurt Angle and other people that he's been in there with, it says a lot. It says a lot.
it says a lot. Like I said, he's definitely in my top 10. I cannot stress that enough, Venkat. He
Mm,
is in my top 10. Like I really enjoy. Like Shane has done some classics.
hmm
He
Yeah.
has some classics, and I'm like, wow. I'm just like amazed because like when Shane McMahon first came out, before he started wrestling, I was not a fan. I was not a fan until he put his neck on the line and really like showed out. And I'm like, damn, this dude is really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Especially with the beef he had with the storyline with him and Kurt Angle. That was probably one of the best feuds
hmm Kurt
in
Angle, Kurt Angle in general seems to do a lot right.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
oh my God, he's underrated. I think
Oh,
Kurt Angle.
absolutely.
I think he's of all time, he's up there. Um,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
whether people want to recognize it or not, because he's legitimate, first of all. He's an actual gold medal winning wrestler. He actually wrestled, and it shows. But then he also had what a lot of people did not have, because there were other people throughout the years that had a wrestling background but couldn't really master there's a delicate balance in wrestling where you have the technical, but then you
Yeah,
also have the showmanship. You have to have the talking, the
that's right.
persona, the charisma, and
Yes,
the courage to do those things that they do. So it's a lot to juggle to come off right for
that's
the
right.
people and be accepted in general. And he had that, and
Yeah,
it can't be overstated how good he is, man.
absolutely.
Yeah, he needs to be talked about. Like every time we talk about best wrestlers, we instantly go to Ric Flair or we go
Right.
to Ricky Steamboat. Those guys are fine; they're great. But Kurt Angle should be coming up. Like, and his tenure,
Absolutely.
he's been now over 20 years.
Yeah, yeah,
Over 20 years, 25 years now, and he's been operating on a high level, no matter where, even in TNA.
yeah,
People
yeah.
may knock the TNA one, but he was good there too.
I might have to say he's probably one of my favorite technical wrestlers next to, and in fact, and I know goddamn boy, Trevor gonna be probably turning in his sleep tonight. I would I'm more excited to see a Kurt Angle match than I would a Bret Hart match. Even though Bret Hart is a very technical wrestler, but something
Right,
about Kurt Angle, he brought that power, man. I just,
right.
yeah,
It's a legitimacy and it's more believable.
yeah,
Um, there's no hesitation. He just goes.
yeah, yeah.
So it's he's pretty good.
Yeah,
He's damn good. You gotta admit that's a classic wrestler right there, but
absolutely.
with more, because he does has the charisma and the showmanship, and he can speak, and he can make people get involved. You know, the way he
Absolutely. Yeah.
plays heel with the crowd, and they chant "You suck," and his reactions, it just gets people going. And
Yep.
he knows what he's doing. He's amazing.
Yep. Damn. Hey, what's going on, MD? What's going on? Yeah, but he's definitely.
Peace.
Oh man, Trevor's having a. Hey, what's going on, MD? What's going on?
Not much, not much.
What's up,
Shit,
MD?
What's happening, Venkat? How you doing?
All right, all right.
shit. So yeah, we were just talking about Shane, man, and how he should have like took the mantle, man, instead of Stephanie and goddamn Triple H, man.
When Nitro was that last Nitro, when he came out, Shane McMahon came out. I mean, the whole show, I was just pissed. I was like, "Oh my god!" I heard about it earlier in the day that WWF bought WCW, and I was so pissed the whole day. And then I saw that intro with Vince McMahon showing his hands, and I was so annoyed. And then at the end of the night, when I saw Shane McMahon come out, like, oh, I was like, oh, maybe we have a chance here to have something, because you could get rid of the company fine, but I wanted to keep alive that whole stars over here versus stars over here, and
Yeah,
I didn't want to lose that hit, because when WCW went out, that was NWO, I mean, I'm sorry, NWA, which goes back to 1905.
absolutely,
That's
absolutely.
like the longest running organization in wrestling. So like all those wrestlers, championships, events, all that history with WCW would be gone.
Right.
I didn't want that. I didn't want like the names of the events to die off, and like I just thought that was just horrible. I thought there was a way to make it work in a calendar year where you could have, and Triple H is kind of doing that, but we lost like the name of WCW or NWA and all that stuff, and we have NXT, and we have. I don't like this whole the event. The show is the name of the company or whatever, the organization. Like, I shouldn't be called a SmackDown or a Raw wrestler. I should be
Right.
called whatever it is. It's like an NFL player don't say, "Hey, I'm a I'm an NFC." I'm a,
That's right.
I'm not like the my league name. I'm not my division name. I'm the actual NFL. They don't say I'm a Western Conference basketball player. They say I'm an NBA basketball player. It's like
That's right.
they should they should have held on to that history, I think.
Yeah. A lot of people tend to forget too, when Bischoff was putting together his initial proposal to buy, that was
Mm-hmm.
one of the things that he wanted to put into play, was bringing back the NWA into the fold. As a matter
Mm-hmm.
of fact, basically TNA took the template of what Eric Bischoff wanted to do with
Mm-hmm.
WCW,
Right.
with bringing the NWA back into the fold, because they had split, like in the Jim Herd era. NWA basically was out of World Championship Wrestling at that point.
Yeah.
So when everything started collapsing, and Eric Bischoff putting his proposal together, that's one of the things he wanted to do. In fact, in those later couple of years before WCW died, they start bringing in talent from NWA territories, like here in Georgia. At that time, the year before they went under, they was working a lot with NWA Wildside, which was
Mm.
based out of Georgia. That's where you got like your AJ Styles. AJ Styles
Right.
was in NWA Wildside at the time. That's when you had Air Raid with AJ Styles and Air Pairs,
Oh,
and
that's a good point. Good point.
and you had you had Ron Killings there too, but he eventually went to WWE because they were already scouting him.
Mm-hmm.
But it was his plan to go to WCW as well. So like they were
Mm-hmm.
farming a lot of talent out of NWA at that time, and like I said, when they folded, Jeff and Jerry Jarrett just took that same template and ran with it, and it was successful with TNA.
Yeah. The Ron the Truth Killings, he was really good. I liked him a lot. Hey, he's still good now, but I really liked him a lot. I really wish he would have gotten a serious title push. I even tweeted him on Twitter years ago and told him, why don't they push you? And then he's like, anybody with a serious question, ask me. But
Yeah,
I would have
yeah,
loved to have seen him like get a chance at it, you know?
yeah. That's where he started at the NWA Wildside, and yeah, like his talent was crazy. That's why WWE scouted him out and
Mhm.
basically snatched him from WCW.
Yeah.
And but like I guess whatever plan they had, because I know originally when like the whole K Quick and he was supposed to be with Road Dogg at that time after the disbandment of DX and all. I mean, it just didn't work. So they
Right.
released him, and then that's when he went to TNA.
Oh.
And TNA already knew what to do with him because they had the NWA execs there, and they knew about R-Truth. You know what I mean? So to see, I mean that's where I would say that's where he had his most success. He won the NWA title there and everything. So
Yeah. Yeah. And he's another one that has charisma and showmanship, and he has some unforgettably funny moments in the WWE. So it's just, I wish he would have just got a push, man.
yeah. Hey, what time did y'all start? I thought you were supposed to be starting at 6:30. Black Sun.
Yeah, I accidentally put the wrong time. That's my fault. That's my
Oh, okay.
fault. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm glad you turned up because I put the wrong time on there. I was doing it from my phone. I usually do it from my computer, but my phone, it'd be, it's so damn sensitive. Sometimes it just be I guess I didn't double check it, so that's my fault. Yeah. But I wanted to talk on I mean, since we're talking about this whole because I haven't really watched was it what's the AEW?
AEW, yeah.
Yeah, is it pretty good?
It has its moments and it has its frustrations. One of the things Trevor always mentioned, which I kind of agree with him. It just feels ultra choreographed, and they try to do a lot of stale and repetitive spots,
Okay.
and it just makes it. It doesn't feel like a real competitive struggle. It just
Right.
feels like a dance back and forth.
Oh, okay.
But they've had their moments. As every promotion will have their moments. It just depends. Like sometimes they'll be on a really nice run, and then it'll just go off tilter. And so sometimes I watch, and then sometimes I don't.
Well, it's like how you guys mentioned last time, man. There needs to be competition because
Yeah,
right now, well, we only got WWE and AEW, but I think, man, I wish. I mean, I know they got like little independent circuits and everything, but I think they I don't know how the cable companies or how that stuff works nowadays, but I mean, yeah, they need to bring that back, man. They need to
yeah,
bring a lot of that back. I mean, I remember that's how I discovered, what was it, Bobby Rush? I used to watch him on independent circuits. Once he joined the WWE, it was like, oh man, he lost his whole charisma and everything, man.
right. It's like a
Yeah,
complete change. Sometimes when these guys move over to another promotion, it's like another thing completely. Like
yeah,
Big Van Vader in WCW is different than Big Van Vader in WWE,
that's right.
WWF.
That's right.
It's just weird how like a guy could be like so dominant, but then on the flip side, there could be guys that are like a pushover over here, then they come over to another area and they're like the man over there. It's just
Right.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but again, that goes back to like who I guess because you had people like Richard Pritchett, and you had what's that other guy's name that was terrible in WWE? I forgot his name. He was fucking. What's his goddamn?
Terry Taylor or
not Terry Taylor? The guy during the Attitude Era. What was his fucking name? He was in WWE. He had all this weird shit going on. I forgot his name, man. It'll come to me though. But my thing is, I wish wrestling could go back. Like I said, I don't know if Venkat, if you're familiar with like Smoky Mountain Wrestling, AWA.
Oh yeah,
man.
I didn't get to see it as much. I think you guys, you're from Georgia, so you guys had an advantage that we didn't. I'm in Florida. If it came on, it must have been like during the wee hours of the night because I never saw it, but I always knew of it, and I would always hear about different things. Jim Cornette, he was there, and it's a lot of interesting things that happened. I wish I could have seen it. I did not see it because I didn't want to see it. That's for sure.
Yeah. I just happened to like fall in the place with Smoky Mountain. Smoky Mountain didn't come on like regular TV. It came on like over the air. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
So what I used to have to do is back in the day in the 90s, cable came directly to the TV. You had your cable line. Yep. And you just plug your cable line directly into the TV. It wasn't no box. So to get like the over the air channels, you used to have to unscrew the cable line and put your antenna in. You know what I mean? So I used to unscrew the cable line, plug the antenna back in, and it was a Spanish channel.
Yeah.
I wish I remember the name. Was it 34? It was 30 something. And you used to have to get the antenna just right for it to play. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And every morning, maybe around like 7 o'clock, it started 7 o'clock. It was 3 shows. It was ECW TV used to come on. It came on twice actually. It was 7 o'clock in the morning. Then it came on late at night, like 1, 2 o'clock. It was a repeat. ECW used to come on. Right after ECW was Smoky Mountain Wrestling. After Smoky Mountain Wrestling, it was CMLL. It was a Mexican
luchador.
Yeah, I'm saying the channel itself was a Spanish channel.
Okay.
Like they used to play like novellas and stuff like that on that channel. So they played CMLL after Smoky Mountain. So all 3 back to back every morning, every Saturday morning I used to watch. I wasn't cartoons came afterward, but before the cartoons, it was ECW, Smoky Mountain, then CMLL every Saturday morning.
Wow. I wish we had that. I wish we had that, man. Goodness.
Yeah, I wish we did too, because the wrestling, it was more, damn, how can I put it? It was oh man, he just had more classic matches. The build-ups, the interviews. It was just, oh man, it was different back then. It was different, man. Because like now, I remember you guys yesterday, y'all mentioned that, the WWE, it just looks so cartoony now. It looks, it's so cartoony, man. And it's that what I miss is that raw. Oh man, like I said, from Smoky Mountain, man, I used to get that like raw, just feeling to it, man. It was hard to describe. I can't even describe it, man. But yeah, I love that, man. And I think a lot of people miss that, man. And I think that would be marketable today if a lot of companies allow regions to just be independent and do their thing. But I guess I don't really know how that would play out with the cable companies or not. But I mean, I think hell, I would watch it.
Well, everything is stream service now. So, that's a thing of the past.
Okay.
So you can't it's possible to, probably more than ever, it's possible to watch what you want to watch based off of the streaming service. You just got to pay for it. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like it's avenues out there to like watch different different types of ride. I'm not paying for. You know what I mean?
Right. I got what you're saying.
But
So,
yeah, it's different avenues out there. Like I said, my kids before they got heavy into football, they were deep into wrestling. And when ECW, I mean not ECW, AEW started, they were into it. But I think to Venkat's point, like it got repetitive. You know what I mean?
right.
In
Okay.
terms of watching, seeing the same spots and
Yeah.
really not much of a no storytelling going on, nothing like that. I mean, you have angles here and there, but not to the degree that I would want to watch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Now, Trevor, he said everybody on Smoky Mountain wanted to get to WWF. Now, I agree with that, Trevor. However, those guys, they would work hard to get there. So that work hard was what I liked. Once it seemed like they got to WWF or WWE, things just changed. Like I said, when Bobby Rush was in the independent circle, oh man, he was doing his thing, man. And there's countless other wrestlers. But when they got to WWE, it's like a whole different direction. And this is like got cartoony. That's just my take. But I mean, man, I Trevor, I know you like WWE, man, but it's just
I mean, to a degree, that's true. But in actuality, my love for WCW like really came from ECW and Smoky Mountain because most of their guys went there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I knew about Benoit, I knew about Guerrero, Malenko, all because of ECW.
Yeah, that's
right. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like I knew about Jericho and eventually when Lance Storm when he transitioned from EC, I knew about all them people because of Smoky Mountain and WCW.
That's right.
You know what I mean? I knew about all the luchas that came to WCW because of CMLL. I knew it, you know what I mean? I was like, oh snap. Like people didn't know like who the hell is that? I'm like, I knew everything because I watched it. You know what I mean?
That's right.
So to a degree, that's why I hold WCW with more affection, like as far as my childhood, because I was watching the circuits that they came from and they went straight to WCW.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah.
Well, Black Son, you tell that keyboard assassin Trevor,
right?
that we looking for him.
Yep. Oh, I know Trevor got a lot. Yeah, he's typing away in the damn chat. He's typing away. But he did say he agreed with me on the Kurt Angle and Bret Hart. So man, shout out to you, Trevor, for that. Because yeah, man, I really think. Yeah. I just, Bret Hart was one of those guys that I kind of felt was slightly overrated. Him and Shawn Michaels, but
yeah.
They to me, this is just my opinion. Does not reflect anybody else on this panel. Bret Hart and goddamn Shawn Michaels was some spoiled goddamn brats, man. Yeah. And,
Well, Bret was made. I ain't gonna put that on Bret. Bret was made spoiled because of what was going on in his situation. Me personally, like when it came to WWF, like if I watched WWF, it was because of him. You know what I mean? Like, to me, Bret, like as far as WWF goes, Bret was the man to me.
Okay,
you know what I mean? Because and to your point, I heard a little bit what you were saying before I came on. Yeah, Angle is more intense with the technical wrestling. I still nobody is as smooth in terms of transitions, chain rest. Nobody is as smooth as Bret. I don't care what you say. Like he's smooth as butter.
Bret Hart's good. Bret Hart's very good. It's an interesting debate,
Angle was more intense. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Angle was more intense, but Bret go from move to move to move, and you don't even see it. You know what I mean? That's how smooth he was.
What about Kurt Hennig? You think Kurt Hennig he was more smooth than Kurt Hennig? Because I thought
I like Kurt. I like Kurt too. I like Perfect too, but he wasn't as smooth as Bret.
Oh shit.
He wasn't as smooth as Bret. Him and Owen was the smoothest technical wrestlers ever. And like I said, when I say smooth, I'm talking about transition. Seamless chain wrestling is what I'm talking about.
Right.
My top three would be, like I said, Bret, then Owen, and then surprisingly number three, I would give it to Lord Steven Regal.
Yeah.
As far as chain wrestling.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, he's underrated too. But Goldberg knew about that when he got into the ring with him his rookie
Yeah.
year.
Oh yeah.
Steven Regal broke him down in front of a crowd. Oh God! But yeah, he's good too. Yes, he's good. He's good with the wrestling in ring and on the mic as well. It's very
Yep.
good.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people argue with me. And I guess it comes from just, like at the time when I was like really, really invested in the wrestling, like at the time he was the TV champion.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like it was an argument amongst a lot of people, like, oh, who was the best TV champion, Austin or Regal? And I always say Regal because like Regal, his tenure was longer. Plus,
Yeah.
like the stories that he came up with was pretty good. Like the Blue Blood, I used to love Lord Steven Regal, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was my guy.
Yep.
That was my guy.
I remember on WCW on one of the matches he had, he was wrestling Dirty Dick Slater, and after he locked up with him, he called the referee. He's like, referee, and then he looked over and he said, he smells like a bloody horse. It was like no reason for him to do that. It was just crazy, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's one of the better, more memorable people from those days.
Oh yeah.
And right now, with the current promotions that are out there, Ring of Honor, which is no longer on their own now, they were absorbed by AEW. AEW purchased Ring of Honor, but like the new NWA and other leagues, they're on YouTube, and a lot of times they're streaming on YouTube. Sometimes you have to pay for an event, but most of the time they have a weekly show, and you can watch them. Even on AEW, they have their own like YouTube channel, and they stream their shows. They have a
Oh
special
shit.
show for YouTube, and you can
Okay.
watch their shows free. They've been doing that for a while, and every now and then I'll look at it. And the NWA, they went back to like the old school way, like in mid '80s, like when they're in the studio, and that's pretty much the vibe that the guy that purchased the company, he wanted to go back to that time period. So
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, that's what
yeah.
I like. So I'm gonna have to start checking that out just because you said that, man, Cat. 'Cause, yeah, that's the type of feel that I like, man. That old, just that old feel to it, man. Oh man,
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah, and the owner of NWA, he said that the intimate setting, it just feels bigger because the crowd is smaller but more passionate, and you
yeah,
just get a different vibe and a feel for the product at that point. Plus, it's cost effective for them because they don't have the WWE type money as well.
that's right. Yep,
Oh,
yep.
Trevor said Arn Anderson was the best TV champion. See, that was
Who?
before like
Who?
my time. He said
Who?
Arn. He
Oh,
said
Arn
double A.
Anderson. Oh yeah,
See, yeah,
Arn
but see, that's
Anderson. Yeah,
before my time, so I can't compare and contrast. You know what I mean? I mean,
yeah.
I was watching wrestling, but I wasn't cognitive of what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what I
Oh,
mean? So I
Arn
can't. Yeah, I
Anderson.
can't.
Yeah, Arn was amazing TV champion. My God,
So
every
him
week.
so him over Tully.
Yes, I would say that. Yes,
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Arn Anderson represented that title hard, and he was facing guys every week, as the title should be. Every week you should be defending that belt,
Yeah,
and that
yeah.
was a great way to watch. Um, you know, pay-per-view caliber matches on regular TV. You're going to get that title match every week, and I look forward to it every Saturday night, 6:05.
Exactly,
I would
and
be right there.
that's why I like Regal because every Saturday night he defended that title.
Yeah.
Yeah,
10-minute time limit. He
yep,
defended that title.
yep. And that's cool. I mean, that's something that WWF never really had was the TV title, and I think it's a great idea.
Yeah.
It's a great idea, but for whatever reason, they don't do that.
And that's another thing with AEW. They got the ROH TV title, but it
Yeah.
ain't never defended.
No, not at all. Unless
I'm like, what y'all
maybe
doing?
Yeah, unless maybe it's on you
On
know,
a
because
pay per view or something.
yeah, but the shows that they do on YouTube, maybe it happens there because that's the show that they try to get like the guys that you don't see on TNT or TBS that much because they do a lot of talking in wrestling today. That's the other thing too. There's a
Well, I'm
lot of
looking at it.
talking.
So Samoa Joe is the TV champion. Samoa Joe ain't wrestling on YouTube every week.
Oh no! Samoa Joe is too high profile for that right
Yeah,
now.
and that's what I mean. Like that's the part. That's what I don't like about AEW. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like that TV title supposed to be every time that red dot come on that camera, that TV title supposed to be defended.
That's
That's
right.
why it's called a TV title.
yes, I agree.
You know what I
I
mean?
agree.
So I see and that goes back to like the rules have changed in terms of like how we perceive wrestling to be. Like it ain't the same, and that's why I can't watch it anymore. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know, I watch it here and there, like if something's going on, but other than that, yeah, I can't. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I know it's funny because like back in the '90s, you would just be yearning for some wrestling to be on all
Yeah.
the time. You want to find wrestling, and it wasn't. I mean, there was a lot of wrestling on back then, but there's even more wrestling I think today, and it's so much more accessible. But it's not the same feeling. So
No,
it's
it's
like,
not.
I mean, that's why you know the like I said, the poor ratings, this allegedly poor ratings, you know, like of WCW Nitro when it was starting to go down after 99, 2000, the ratings were going down, but it went down to about like a 2.3, a 2.5, and right now, you know, WWE would kill for that 2.5 because in the heyday, in the height of the Monday Night Wars, they were in like fours and fives.
Yep. Yep.
And today they're like 1 point something, sometimes less. And
Jeez.
you know, but you know, they got their little winning strategy where they have that deal with Peacock. So hey, it's good for fans because you're able to see everything at a lower cost. I mean, back in the '90s, you were spending $20 to $40 depending on the event and the company that put it out for a pay-per-view. And WCW had like 7+ pay-per-views a year. WWF at the time had 4 or more a year. So if you're a fan and you want to see all of that, you're paying $20, $40 each month to watch something. Whereas now on Peacock, I think it's like less than $10 a month or something like that.
Oh shit.
Man,
And
in
you,
the '90s, every pay per view was $59.99. It didn't matter which one it was, WCW or WWF. It was
well, in
fifty
my
nine
in
ninety
my
nine.
area, in my
Trust.
area, it wasn't. My God, that was a
Yeah,
lot.
it was $59.99. That's how much.
Wow.
Like it was a couple of times where I snuck and ordered them.
Right.
So you know what I mean. So I know. And WrestleMania was like $80.
Oh, I
Yeah,
remember that. Yep. Yep.
yeah, that's outrageous, man. Like,
It
how
is.
can you be a fan? Like, if you're a fan of football or basketball, you could generally get access to what you want to see. But with the pay-per-view model, you know, I guess it's better now that they're doing what they're doing because every event you can just watch past, present, and future. You know, you could just see everything without having to worry about that big cost. And now that gives them more views on their product, and they're making money that way as opposed to worrying about ratings and stuff like that. So it kind of neutralizes that because they know it's an issue that, you know, to try to get new viewers on their product, it's kind of hard for them at the moment.
Well, yeah, and also like in today's media market, it's all about partnerships. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right.
Because of the streaming. Back then, they didn't have that advancement. You know what I mean? So they had to
Mhm.
get the money from somewhere. I mean, hell, if it wasn't the PPV vibe, it was like hell. I remember WCW Hotline. I remember that.
Yeah,
You know what I
yeah,
mean? And so, yeah, I mean, you know, they had their ways to make the money. That's for
yeah.
sure.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, Trevor ended up joining us anyway. What's up, Trevor?
All right, so before this, I'm, you know, I'm feeling drowsy and everything, but I couldn't sit back and listen to this anymore. I just couldn't. I'm sorry. So, so I came in. I started listening. I guess when you guys were talking about Shane McMahon. So I got to go back and listen in the morning. But I'm hoping you guys didn't disrespect the God of wrestling, Triple H. But knowing Venkat, he
Oh
probably
man.
And just to your ratings thing, I agree back then because during the Monday Night Wars, wrestling was must see TV because there were times where they were collectively competing against the NFL, like and winning. So
Yeah.
wrestling was at its hottest point there.
That's
but
right.
what you fail to, but what you always do, I mean, I love you, but you do this all the time because anything that disparages WWF, you failed to realize when we were watching wrestling back then. What's the one thing we didn't have? We didn't have TiVo. There was no DVR. There was no way. So you had to watch it live.
Oh yeah.
No, that's not true.
Yes.
No.
The ratings are calculated over a 3-day period from the end of the show. You got 3 days to account for the ratings. So what happens when you have a fan like me? What happens when you have a fan like me who doesn't watch TV during the week? So I can't watch my wrestling shows until the weekend. So that means my numbers don't get counted in because me and millions other, we just can't watch TV live. It comes on too late. So you gotta kind of temper that there because yes, the ratings were much better back in the late 90s, early 2000s because the product was hotter. The problem is like right now with everything, the streaming services are killing live sports with the exception of football. Ratings are down everywhere. The NBA is down so bad. I saw something the other day. The NBA was down like 50% in viewing.
Damn.
The NFL, which is king, was down 18% this year. And this has been a tremendous season. So it's not necessarily that interest in the product has gone down. It's the rating. Our viewership, like I'm so far behind on shows right now. Like I had to pick a show to watch on the weekend where I could catch up because I cannot watch TV during the week because we have 3 arena shows a week. I'm about to start back the podcast soon, so it's like I just don't have the time. So you gotta keep that in mind. But I do agree. Kurt Angle is way better than Bret Hart, and I posted it in the chat.
Yeah.
Now I'm really starting to get woozy. Bret Hart is the beneficiary of the steroid era. Bret Hart is a good, what they would call in the business, a good hand. But had the steroid era not come around, Bret Hart would have still been an opening match guy. He was built for the
mid card. I agree with that.
But that wouldn't be because of Bret Hart, though, right? Because he had all the tools and abilities to do what he needed to do. That's because of the promoter, Vince McMahon, and his limitations he's putting on Bret.
No, Bret Hart was a good hand, but it's the eyeball test. It's just like I said, I could beat up 80% of AEW's roster. It's probably 90, but I was just being modest. If AEW wrestlers walked past me, I wouldn't look twice at them. If Roman Reigns walked past me, I'd be like, whoa, it's the eyeball test. So Bret Hart never was an imposing guy. He was a tremendous wrestler, tremendous. I think he overrated himself a lot because if you can go back and pick through his matches, I think the best match he ever had in his whole career was against the British Bulldog at SummerSlam '92.
He also had a good match against Roddy Piper.
I said that couldn't compare. I said best match in his career to me peaked at SummerSlam '92. Good and best, and he also killed WCW. When I get back good, we're gonna talk about this. Bret Hart's contract killed WCW, and you know it.
You think that,
but you won't admit it. You won't admit it because you're a WCW fanboy.
No, that's not true.
Yo, what about Bret Owen in the steel cage?
That was great, but technically that was more story. Because if you look at move,
yeah, it was
okay,
story.
MD, you ever seen, and I love story. You ever seen Rock versus Hogan?
Yeah.
At WrestleMania.
What was that? What was that? 18, 19?
WrestleMania 18.
Yeah, 18.
WrestleMania 18. Have you ever tried watching that with the sound off? It's the worst thing in the world. But if you watch it with the sound on,
the stare down was epic though. You can't.
You think, but listen, what I'm saying is, if you watch that match with the sound on, you think it was a 10-star classic, but the match was horrendous. I think sometimes we get so caught up like crowd reaction and thing like that. The Bret Hart, Owen Hart steel cage thing was great because of the family involvement and them beating back the brothers with the steel chair and all, that was great. But technically, if you go back and look at Bret Hart versus British Bulldog at SummerSlam 92, Bret Hart has never been able to duplicate that as far as just an all-time great top 10, top 5 in most category matches.
Okay, well, what about, so he had a great match against Stone Cold at WrestleMania where he made him pass out.
That was great. That was great, but again, you're not listening to what I'm saying. If you put those, and that match was tremendous. That match is the match that put Stone Cold on the map.
Yeah,
but if you put that SummerSlam 92 match, that match was flawless, and especially to know that British Bulldog was high out of his mind when the match was going on. That's even more spectacular. But
it was a great match. It was a really great match. It was a great match in a great venue.
Even when he won the title against Flair in Munich, what was it, Munich, Germany? That match wasn't that great. That match wasn't great. It was the moment.
Isn't that the match wasn't great because Ric Flair equilibrium was off because he got kicked on the side of his head or something? But I think by Ultimate Warrior the night before.
Oh, I thought you was about to say probably I was going to say somebody like Warrior or somebody.
Yeah, and that's why Ric Flair doesn't have like nice things to say about Warrior, and his equilibrium was all off, and that's why he had to drop the belt because he wasn't in good shape at that point.
Well, but he was getting ready to go back to WCW. That's why they put it on Bret. That's why I say Bret Hart is a great technical wrestler, and I would never disparage him and say he doesn't deserve to be on a top 15 list. I can't put him in the top 10.
So he's out of the 10?
Yeah, you can't put Bret Hart in the top 10. No,
okay,
come on, man.
Think about it. Okay, there's not a lot. There's not a lot of wrestlers that is a part of a great tag team, one, and then go off and spin off to a great singles career. Not many have been able to do that. That has to count for something. His in-ring work is top notch. It is, and I'm not a Bret Hart fan.
Just ballpark. How many professional wrestlers do you think it was just over time since we start keeping stats on anything? Just say maybe 5 to 10,000. So if he lands in the top, if he lands in the top 15, I mean that's great.
Yeah, but
anything outside of the top 20 would be disparaging him.
So who are these 14 guys that is ahead of this guy?
The only reason I can't give you this list now is because I'm like legit, like I'm thinking stuff in my head, but it's not coming out right to me right now. Because like I say, I'm doped up right now. But I will give you my list, and we'll have it on next week's show. But I'm telling you, Bret Hart is, and I know my cousins are going to be listening, and Bret Hart is his favorite wrestler. And I'm sorry to disappoint you, Bones. Bret Hart is one of the most overrated wrestlers in the world, and he killed WCW. I would never
say he killed WCW. I don't think so at all. Not at all.
I almost go so far as to say Vince McMahon sent Bret Hart in
Oh,
to
they got a
infiltrate
conspiracy.
WCW.
That's a
Come
conspiracy
on,
theory.
it's not like
Damn,
That's a
man.
conspiracy
What the
theory.
hell?
now you sound.
Okay, who is this guy? Because when did you get the plastic surgery? Because this is not Trevor. When did you get the plastic surgery?
Oh
Yeah,
boy.
I wouldn't say he killed WCW. I will say that he went to WCW like with no knowledge of what he was getting into, and it made for a problem, like in terms of like backstage and stuff like that. And
Right.
eventually, we all know what happened with that with him and Goldberg. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, man.
Bret Hart had what was it, $3 million a year?
Yeah.
He was getting a bag. He was getting a bag.
Nobody was getting. Hogan wasn't getting that. Come on, man.
And the angles that they were putting him in, like, was just like, man, like the whole NWO thing. Like, I was like, nah, this ain't working, man. It's not working.
No, I think NWO
like,
killed WCW more than Bret Hart did.
You guys don't watch AEW, so I know Venkat watches it, but if you look at AEW's champion right now, it's a good young guy, MJF. But the problem with MJF is everybody talks about how great of a promo he is. I want you to show me one great promo that MJF had where he couldn't curse, and I'll wait. That's the problem. These guys don't learn their craft. We talk about the old wrestling. That's why wrestling was so great back then.
Yeah.
Ric Flair, to this day, the Ric Flair spilled liquor promo is still one of the greatest things I've ever heard. The Dusty Rhodes Hard Time promo is the greatest promo ever in wrestling history. So it's like those guys never had and those guys didn't have a script. They didn't have no writers coming out. They didn't have to come out and cuss you out, but they made you feel the emotion. And that's what these wrestlers nowadays don't do.
But both of those guys you mentioned, Ric Flair and Dusty Rhodes, they got a lot of their persona and their machismo on the mic from Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad Ali. Yeah. But if you're gonna steal, wouldn't you steal from the greatest?
I guess so. I guess that would work.
But think about it. Venkat, I know Go look up Hard Times promo. And that's what's great about the Hard Times promo is I could play it right now in 2022 it's so damn relevant. It's still relevant.
Yeah.
It's like when I watch exactly. It's like when I watch Twilight Zone. Twilight Zone came out in the 50s, but it's my favorite show ever, and I could watch it and everything they're talking about, I could relate it to today. That's how you know you got something great.
That's true.
And the problem with current wrestling today and both companies, and I'm not absolving WWE from this because they're so hit and miss. There's nothing that they do now where I could be like, boy, you know what? 10 years from now, I'm going to be like, damn, that was tremendous. Look, I'm talking about something that happened 30, 40 years ago.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
So what's your viewpoint on this Vince McMahon trying to come back thing?
I hate it.
Yeah.
And I think, and I love Vince McMahon, but it sends a terrible message. And the bigger problem is the fact that ain't nobody could stop him. We were talking about it yesterday. We don't know how the board of director things work, but he is a majority owner. But if they allow him to come back, what's to say that with one fell swoop of the pen, he doesn't undo everything that Triple H did over the last 3 or 4 months? As far as bringing the people back and making the storylines coherent and building up the US and the IC titles. And Vince just books from day to day. Triple H is booking from next year backwards. He has his destination and he's working his way backwards, which is how it was always done in the territory days.
Right.
Vince McMahon, when you guys hear me sing the praises of Vince McMahon, I'm singing Vince McMahon's praises of old. This guy now should have been put out the pasture a long time ago.
Or like Old Yeller.
Yeah, because if everything you say now when you're like, oh, Vince McMahon ruined this and that, if you're talking about this current iteration of him, then you're right. But what you be talking about is Vince McMahon of like the 90s and the 2000s. No, hell no. That guy was the man. You know?
Well, him wanting to come back is just proof that this whole retirement was a sham. It was to get heat off of the WWE product, and it was like, oh my God, I am the biggest distraction and problem of this company. Let me go grab my ball and leave. And I think that's what that was all about. So it just shows, he has major issues. One being an ego, one being a narcissist, one being all these things that can definitely be attributes to do good as far as business-wise doing good, but then ultimately it goes off the rails because it's so much and without anything to keep him in check. When Ted Turner and WCW and Eric Bischoff were there, they were keeping him in check. Without that, you can't get a Austin and McMahon feud and all these things that kind of like energize the WWF to do better, because they were just conceited and content with the nonsense that they were doing because they got a locked in viewership anyway. And that's bad. And that's just bad for it. Never got better. I mean, we had like a little run, like I said, like from the time WCW people were being acquired over the years, 2001 to maybe 2005. We got some dream matches in there, some matches we never thought would happen. And those matches were great. Seeing Chris Benoit go up against Kurt Angle at a WrestleMania, that was one of the best WrestleMania matches. They went chain matching all day. They were just going off of each other. And it was nice. It was nice to see that.
You like that one or the SummerSlam?
Both.
Yeah,
Both.
that SummerSlam match was pretty good.
Yeah.
They had one I think they had like a triple. No, the Royal Rumble one was the one.
Yeah, Royal Rumble. That's the one like I meant. I'm sorry. Yeah, the Royal Rumble.
That's the one that was. That's the match. My goodness.
You're right. It was Royal Rumble.
But
that was better than anything Bret Hart did. That was better than anything Bret Hart did.
Okay, you got some anti-Bret Hart in you now.
No, but that's the thing. I like Bret Hart, but it's like, okay, so the way you guys feel about Bret Hart is the way I feel about Triple H. To me, Triple H should be top 10. I can't put him there.
Oh, no. Hell no.
Come on, man.
I can't put him there, but Triple H to me is like that. I put him on a whole nother level. To me, Triple H is better than Bret Hart.
No, he's not.
If you look at
he's a Bret Hart hater. Triple H during the Montreal screw job, he was describing the screw job, and he said, if Bret doesn't want to do business, we're gonna make him do business. Yeah, I'm like, who the hell? What is you? You're not even. It's between him and Shawn Michaels and Vince McMahon, and he just inserted himself.
I give you this, Trevor. Overall, yeah, Triple H is better overall.
No, I don't believe that at all.
Wrestling wise,
I don't believe that at all.
I get an edge to Bret wrestling wise, but I'm talking about presentation.
Even with the presentation,
I'm talking about presentation. I'm talking about promo, all of that. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. The total package.
Triple H's promo ability is way better than Bret Hart.
No,
Bret Hart's only good promo was like when he turned heel and he was doing the anti-American stuff.
Yeah,
and he was like, I'm only gonna be good guy in Canada and stuff like that. But that was some of his best work. But again,
it was.
I look at the whole body. I look at everything in totality. Triple H just did it for such a long period of time. And you got to remember, during that Triple H reign of terror, Triple H was like on TV every week, and the buy rates for the shows were always good, no matter how much people were complaining and stuff like that. And we know in wrestling, when Bret Hart came to his peak, in 94, 95, all the houses were down, pay-per-view buy rates were non-existent. So you got to look at all that type of stuff.
Right.
Well,
Me,
I'm thinking about the fact that when Bret Hart tried to make his way organically, he was dealing with the viewpoint of Vince McMahon with the big wrestlers, and he's not a big wrestler, versus Triple H damn near married the daughter. So the trajectory of the two wrestlers are going to be different. So Triple H is going to have ample opportunities and be placed in situations that Bret Hart never could be. But I think with what Bret Hart had to go up against.
Yeah, he had Sean bitching about him in the back too.
Yeah.
Right. So he had a lot going against him. So for him to come out with this Hall of Fame career, again, a former tag team wrestler. How many tag team wrestlers? There's been a few, but not many. But how many tag team wrestlers go on to have this Hall of Fame singles career? It's something you can't overlook. It's a different thing, a different aspect altogether, tag team wrestling and singles wrestling. And for what he did and what he
only
had.
Shawn Michaels and Booker T are the only two I could think of. Right,
it's not that many guys. Yeah, it's not too many guys that actually are bigger than the tag team they came from.
Yeah,
you know,
Scott
so you
Steiner
could say
probably.
Well, not even. I mean, Scott Steiner had a great singles career, but that freaking Steiner brothers, man.
Yeah, Steiner brothers.
I mean, goodness, they are just amazing.
Yeah, I
Oh damn, Venkat dropped.
Shit.
Oh
yeah,
shit.
He fell off, but yeah, man, I'm gonna have to catch the replay what I missed tomorrow, but I had to come up here and try to defend my company because y'all was just. Hey, I guess we could talk about this next week. I don't want to forget about it though. Did you guys see the video with Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless?
I haven't saw it. I was going through Twitter and I saw the video, but I scrolled away from it because I was like, I'll watch it later. I ain't really had time. But yeah, I'm hearing some some
please
stuff.
Watch it. Please watch it.
Yeah, I'll watch it. We'll talk about it next week, man. I'll watch it.
That's the
he told Shannon Sharp put his glasses back on or something.
Yeah, because you could clearly see that Shannon Sharp was getting upset because Skip Bayless does this thing where he's Tom Brady's biggest supporter. So so Shannon Sharp was basically telling them that Tom Brady is being detrimental to the team, like he's not playing good. And then Skip Bayless, who's never played a down of football in his life, had the nerve to tell a three-time Super Bowl winner, a Hall of Famer, that you're just jealous that you had to walk away at 35 and he's still doing it at 45. And because at first I thought they were just it was staged and they were just going back and forth. But you know, there's always a point where you could look at a man's eyes and you could tell that it just triggered him. Man, Shannon was so hurt, man. Like that's why Shannon took the glasses off, and Skip was like, "Oh, put your glasses back on." He was like, "You don't want to admit the fact that you can't do what he's doing." Now I'm like, golly. I said, "Do you realize if Shannon wanted to, he could tear you apart right now?" But that's what I always go to say. I always say this. How come black men always have to show so much restraint and everybody could just beat us down any type of way? And he had to just sit there and take it. Yeah, I didn't expect him to punch him in the face, but he couldn't even put him in check. Like he had to sit there and just take it. You got to watch this video. Watch the video. And
I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it. Yeah, I saw people talking about it.
That shit was embarrassing, man.
Damn.
Yeah, I saw people talk about it.
And Shannon Sharp, to me, man, Shannon Sharp is a national treasure that should be protected at all costs. Because man, he nobody given the type of sports analyst that he's given. So to have your co-host, your partner for so long, just disrespect you on TV like that, and there's nothing you could do about it. That shit was crazy, man. Y'all gotta watch that.
Yeah,
it's all over.
Yeah. I mean, when they started FS1 with that show, man, and Skip went over there, like it's Skip's show. Don't get it twisted. It's Skip's show. Shannon just there.
Shannon makes that show though.
And yeah, I tend to agree with that because, like I said, it's even with Stephen A. Even though I never liked Stephen A. Smith or his perspective about anything, they always messed with each other when Skip was on ESPN. The same goes with Shannon. Shannon knows how to argue the facts that Skip. And like I said, it could be production, like we don't know. You know what I'm saying? It could be like set stuff that they just talk about, and I'm gonna talk about this, and you're gonna counter with that. We don't know how it go into production meeting. But on the same token, Shannon and the way he presents his argument versus how Skip, it meshed together. So that's why I always like Undisputed. But at the end of the day, it's Skip's show. You know what I'm saying? Like
Venkat,
Skip,
did you see that? Shannon Sharp and Skip Bayless?
No, what happened?
Oh yeah. Just look for the video and just watch how Skip Bayless just disrespect the shit out of Shannon Sharp. I mean, he almost had the man in tears. It was like literally and you know the type of character Shannon Sharp is, like nothing moves him. But the fact that he looked so visibly hurt, I was like, come on, man. And Skip just kept going.
Yeah, Shannon Sharp is great. He's great on that show.
Yeah, exactly. But to tell the man you're jealous because you had to stop at 35 and he's still doing it at 45. And Shannon even said, Shannon was like, how come you all, that's what I'm saying. That's why I think it wasn't, at first I was saying it's staged, but Shannon said, how come you always do this? You always got to go personal with me. He was like, you always got to go personal with me. And I'm like, man.
Shannon Sharp on that shit, man. I'm just letting you know that.
So is he going to quit the show?
Nah, he ain't gonna quit that shit.
Oh.
No, he make too much money, man. He got to pay for his damn Jack juice. He good, man.
Yeah. You got to pay for them Black and Miles and Hennessy.
Shannon, man, for his age, man, for him to be that bulked up, man, yeah, he on that shit, man.
Yeah,
I don't care what nobody say.
Shannon put together.
He done said some coonish things in the past, but I ain't gonna hold that against him.
But if Shannon wanted to, Shannon could go on somebody's wrestling roster right now.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and that'll make a lot of money.
But so we gotta our homework, we gotta watch the Vince McMahon documentary. I think it came out yesterday.
I saw some stuff on that on Twitter too. Yeah, I'm hearing,
I gotta watch it.
From what I'm hearing, they just saying it's like a lot of rehash stuff from the Dark Side of the Ring stuff. Like it's like that. That's the reviews I'm seeing. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna watch it for myself. I definitely gotta watch it for myself.
So you mean like they collected a lot of moments that had to do with Vince McMahon on all the past episodes of?
Well, not necessarily collect them, but they just reiterated a lot of stuff that was already pointed out on the Dark Side of the Ring stuff. But I mean, it is what it is. As a matter, like people were saying, like it can't be a coincidence that they had a Dark Side of the Ring. They played 4 episodes of it before they premiered the Vince documentary, and they played Plane Ride from Hell. They played Montreal Screwjob.
Yeah.
They played the steroid trial episode and some another episode.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, they played. What? Go ahead.
Do you put the Plane Ride from Hell on him though? I ain't saying you do.
I'm not saying, but yeah, but that
So it involves him.
Venkat probably does. Venkat probably did.
Well, I mean, you can't deny that he, based off of like the perception of how they did it in the episode, like you can't deny that he didn't just like look away from a lot of the stuff that happened. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they should have held Ric Flair accountable. They should have held Ric Flair accountable.
He was 30,000 feet in the air though. Like, what do you expect him to do?
I mean, hey man, if you had a plane and people was acting the fool on your plane, I mean, as far as I know, like our planes have been landed because folks acting the fool. That's
right,
you know.
right. Yep.
So I mean, at the end of the day, like those are your employees. You know what I mean? That are servicing this customer on that flight. You know, I'm not saying that was the right thing to do, but you know, I am saying like some accountability should have been held like somewhere. You know, but you know, it is what it is.
Ric Flair's wild. Oh my God, Ric Flair.
Yeah, Ric Flair. Yeah. You know, they've been advertising a lot of Ric Flair stuff lately on WWE. I'm wondering, is he coming back?
Well, I heard on Twitter when they were talking about that documentary, they said that they're reporting that he's supposed to be at the what is it, the 30th anniversary of Raw.
Who, Vince or Flair?
No, Flair.
Oh, okay.
So
okay, yeah, because that's coming up soon.
Yeah, so I guess they swept it up under the rug even after that episode. You know what I mean?
Ric Flair said that he hasn't heard from Triple H in a long time, and they haven't had much contact. But maybe that has changed since Triple H took over. Maybe he's a part of the reason why he's coming back. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, because you have to remember, Vince basically sat Triple H down too. They stripped him of all his power. They took NXT from him.
Why?
And, you know, huh?
Why?
No, well, because Vince's exact words was, it's supposed to be developmental. You're running it like a third brand, a third competition brand. So he just does not like competition. That's why he's so reactionary.
Yeah.
He's so reactionary to anything AEW does. And here's my thing. AEW at best gets 1 million viewers. Like, I'm not worried about viewers, and they allegedly have all the indie darlings on their roster. So that shows you there that market is capped out. AEW is for that specific type of fan, because like a John Moxley, oh jeez, what a joke.
You don't like him?
Just like, no.
Did you like it when he was in WWF?
No, I always said he was ridiculous.
You thought he was the weak link of the Shield?
Yeah, absolutely.
Really?
Seth Rollins to me has always been the best part of the Shield. Always. I you know what? I wish at one point, I wish they would have went with their original choice, but then that means we wouldn't have got Roman Reigns, because the original choice was supposed to be Cassius Ohno, but Vince McMahon didn't like his body because he got fat.
You see, that's when they
put Roman Reigns in. But yeah, to me, Dean Ambrose is all he has so he tries to be a brawler, but none of his punches look good. He's a garbage wrestler. Like he needs to be on like that. He needs to be like on that CZW crap where they saw your face with blades and stuff. That's
where he come from, though, right?
Backyard. Well, yeah, that you need to go back. He needs to be like a backyard wrestler. That's
he can't wrestle worth a damn.
Did you see the exploding ring at AEW?
Yeah, that didn't explode.
Oh, that was so embarrassing. That's one of those that makes Shockmaster look like grade A stuff.
Hey, that made Shockmaster.
Shockmaster is epic compared to that, man. That was embarrassing, man. That was really embarrassing.
How did they ever recover from the Shockmaster? Like I don't get it. especially when you hear Davey Boy Smith on the back, like, oh God.
He busted
his ass. Like,
yeah,
on,
Dean
man.
Ambrose, man. I don't see the appeal in him. He made Cactus Jack double arm DDT look like a devastate.
Thank you. Thank you. And what does he call it? What does he call it? The Death Rider? That's a
I don't know what he called it. Yeah, I know he was using it in WWE. Like, I'm like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, they used to call it the Dirty Deeds. But then he went to that Bulldog Driver, which was a better move. But then they put him back to that double arm DDT, which is terrible.
Yeah, they don't look good at all.
That's what I'm saying. Like he's another one that just he came over to AEW and they had all the hype because he was the first major signing, but he has never done anything to get any better. And that's why I criticize them so much. When I look at the Young Bucks, like I think me and you were having this conversation, Venkat, you talking about the Young Bucks.
Yeah.
The Young Bucks don't deserve. Okay, Venkat, you know who the Young Bucks remind me of? You watched NXT. You watched NXT Deadline, right? Yeah. You told me you liked the Iron Survivor match. And you see the team that the New Day beat for the belts. I can't tell the difference between them and the Young Bucks.
Damn.
You really
my daughter calls them girly men.
Oh my goodness.
See the Bucks, man. See, I remember them from TNA, and when they were Generation Me back in the day, and like at the time, you know, it was all right. You know what I mean? I was like, yeah, it's something I ain't never like really seen, like in terms of wrestling.
So who's better, the Young Bucks or like something like the Spirit Squad, like from the old the like 2009, 2007?
You know what? Gimmick wise, I guess I'd have to give it to the Bucks. But wrestling ability, the Spirit Squad, because you got Dolph Ziggler. You got Dolph Ziggler, who's a real wrestler.
Yeah, Dolph Ziggler is good.
So
he's good.
So gimmick, I'm talking about gimmick aside, Kenny Dykstra, they had him penciled in to be a future WWE champion, but he ran into the brick wall known as John Cena. So they had the Young Bucks will never be more than what they are, a bunch of thigh slapping hippies.
Yeah,
they never took the time to invest in their body. There's not a muscle to be found on them. They just, it's like, and the moves that they do are so impractical. Like I have to stand there and let you do a Meltzer driver to me, and it's like a lot of this stuff just makes no sense, and that's why I don't like that type of garbage wrestling. Give me and I was having this conversation with my cousins yesterday. They'll be watching the video tomorrow, but because they love AEW, but I think they love AEW because they hate WWF for whatever crazy reason. But I was trying to explain to them, I'm like, you guys love all that acrobatic stuff. I was at a circus 2 weeks ago, and I couldn't tell, was I watching wrestling or was I watching a circus with all the acrobats that was going on. And that's what they do in wrestling. I just saw a move where a guy basically did a springboard from one side of the ring to the other and then hit a Marcus Bagwell blockbuster. And the fans went crazy. I'm like, why? I said, if I was the guy that was standing up waiting for that, I would have been thinking in my mind, like, how impractical is this?
Right. A lot of those moves are exposing wrestling, and it kind of makes it look like a fraud. I like wrestling that looks like it's all, happening right then and there without a plan behind it. It's just
that's right. Yep.
Hey, let me ask you this then, Trevor. Since you talked about the Bucks, what's the difference between what the Bucks do and, like, let's say the Lucha Bros? What's the difference?
Oh, I didn't say I like the Lucha Bros either.
I didn't say that you did. I was just asking.
Trevor hates everybody.
and that's what I'm saying. That's not the Lucha that I grew up with.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
The Lucha we grew up with made sense.
Mm-hmm.
Go watch Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio from Halloween. What was it, Halloween Havoc '98?
Yeah, man, that's one of the greatest matches of all time, man.
Exactly.
One of the greatest matches of all time.
Exactly. You heard what you just exactly. That was a tremendous wrestling match where every spot mattered. Whatever they did, it mattered because they didn't kill it. You know who was good for that? Who would just spam their finisher is friggin' Conan. And I know he's a Mexican Hulk Hogan, but Conan would come out and hit you with every single finisher he had in like a 2-minute mark. He had to try to get his shit in. But when I watch a Conan match, I'm just like, I've seen it all before. That's why I'm so big. I'm so big into storytelling. You gotta be able to tell a story in the ring. You got to.
Yeah.
That's why I can't wait till the revival comes back home and they come back to WWF where they'll be appreciated.
Yeah.
The revival is the best tag team in the world.
Oh boy, no.
They are.
No.
The revival. Hey, listen, the way Vince McMahon again. See, now I'm sounding like Venkat now. Vince McMahon let them go. Like, come on, man. The revival. Yeah, the revival is like, if you go back and look at any NXT revival versus DIY, revival versus DIY 2, revival against American Alpha. Revival has so many tremendous matches, and they didn't do any high spots. And you know what the revival do? They hold the tag rope. They do all the fundamental wrestling things that makes me feel like I'm watching a sport. I love the Miami Dolphins. But if on every down you couldn't rush the passer and the quarterback could sit back there and pat the ball as long as he wanted and throw it to a receiver, then I'm gonna get tired of it. And that's how it is in wrestling for me. Is like, I can't. Their moves look like shit because they're trying to up the last thing they did, and somebody's going to end up getting seriously hurt. They are.
Yeah.
Everybody does a backflip off the top. There's always a backflip. The women are doing it. The men are doing it. Big men are doing it. Oh my God, it's so scary.
And also, like AEW, from what I've seen, and this is wrestling in general, but they don't do a good job at clashing like different styles of wrestling either. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like back in the day, like you talk about Lucha, another one of the greatest matches I've ever seen. Benoit and Guerrero on Nitro, and this was before Horseman Benoit. This was like still like Wild Pegasus Benoit with the blue tights.
Yeah.
Messes of style. Guerrero and Malenko in ECW and WCW.
I love the Malenko.
You know, air versus ground. You know what I mean? Like, you don't see stuff like that no more, man.
Yeah.
Love Dave Malenko.
He didn't get enough credit.
You know who was really good though? I can't remember who he wrestled, but there was like one of the most classic matches with Too Cold Scorpio. Did Too Cold Scorpio ever fight?
Too Cold Scorpio and Benoit. Yeah, they used to battle for the TV title.
Super Bowl 3.
Yeah, so that's what I'm talking about.
In ECW, they used to battle for the TV title. Like classic battles in ECW.
I mean, Too Cold Scorpio was dope. Vince ruined him with that Flash Funk. That was stupid.
It's always
But I remember watching those.
It's always a hit and miss when you go from one to the next. Because I mean, he came through with Undertaker. He came through with Stone Cold. Well, actually, he didn't. Stone Cold came through with Stone Cold. But you know, these guys, they have their opportunity to come in, and then sometimes they just don't get it right. But Too Cold got screwed.
Let me ask you a question then, because you just made me think of something real good. And listen before you answer. Don't just jump and be like, "Oh no, it never happened." Who had the better transition of wrestlers from company to company and made them bigger stars? Meaning, WCW had Undertaker, well, Mark Calloway, and WCW had Steve Austin. They went over to Vince and became mega stars. Everybody knows Steve Austin is still the highest grossing box office wrestler in wrestling history. Vince McMahon had Macho Man and he had Hulk Hogan. They went over to WCW and floundered a little bit, but then Hogan did the whole NWO thing. Who do you think had the better trade-off? Like who had the more success? I'd say Undertaker, and I say more wrestlers do better when they come to Vince versus going somewhere else.
I don't agree. I don't agree because
you said you don't.
I don't agree. No, I don't. Because
I mean that's the longevity though. You know what I mean? Like
examples.
We're not talking about longevity. We're just talking about look at impact. Look, you heard who I just said? Undertaker and
those two examples.
And Stone Cold.
Yeah, those two examples are great examples. But WCW has more examples of people coming over. Scott Hall, Kevin Nash, Hogan, Macho Man. A lot of guys, Rick Rude, Ravishing Rick Rude, a lot of guys came over from WWF and got huge boosts in WCW. Huge boosts.
I wish there was a way there was a way we could tell this, because you said, well, I give you Rick Rude. Because to me, he was better in WCW than he ever was in WWF.
And he was good. He was good in WWF. He was good in WWF. But they were limited.
He would never beat the Warrior. They were never going to let him beat the Warrior.
Right. Like Ricky the Dragon Steamboat as well too, right? He was never going to be WWF champion. In WCW, he was wrestling for the world title, won the world title. He was good. Remember, he had different runs in WCW. He had different runs. He went
NWA, WWF, then back WCW.
Right.
I'll give you Steamboat.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. WCW has more of a track record of getting guys over better than WWF. WWF, when they hit it. Yeah, right, exactly. That's good for WWF. Yeah, but when WWF hit it right, it's really good. But they just do it wrong so much. You know, it's just.
And I'm gonna tell you the biggest one. I'm gonna tell you a bigger one. You really not gonna want to admit this. Booker T had a better run in WWF than he ever did in WCW.
What?
I don't think so.
Now tell me I'm wrong.
I don't think so, because he's five-time world champion in WCW. He's like multiple six or more times.
Harlem Heat alone,
tag team
to me.
Right.
When they were hot potato in the title.
Well, you can say that about WWF.
He was five-time WWF. He was five-time WCW champion when they were changing the belt every 2 weeks. When David Arquette was you guys champion.
Oh Lord, there we go with that. Vince McMahon was you guys champion.
That was a terrible move. That was a terrible move.
That's an ego. That's an ego move. Not making the right decisions for business, like he always claims. It usually comes down to his own ego. That's what the Montreal Screwjob is. It's about Vince McMahon's ego. It had nothing to do with Bret Hart. And again, he always makes ego-driven decisions. And it's just a car wreck that's like, it worked out for him. The Mr. McMahon character came out of that. And that was great. That led to some major business, but it could have gone the other way easily. If WCW was smart and didn't give up these Hall of Fame guys like Steve Austin especially, but Undertaker, he wanted to stay in WCW. He didn't even want to go. He thought he was good right there. And these idiots don't see the value in people. How this guy's walking the top rope. How do you not see that as value? And WWF got him, and they did a great job. That presentation, him coming to the ring, is awesome. It's iconic. So I'm happy for Mark Calloway, Undertaker. I thought wherever you go that you could be your best, all power to you. You know, I still think that they should have done better with him though.
You guys, when I came when I first came in, because I thought Black Zone was ending the stream, and then I came back on YouTube and saw you guys going. So you guys were talking about Lex Luger. You know they put the machine behind Lex Luger, right?
Yeah.
And Lex Luger failed.
Yeah, because he was a jerk.
Yeah.
He was a jerk. There's footage of him brushing off fans, something he wants to go work out or eat or something. Like while you're right there trying to sign fans' autographs. Like
he was a real live narcissist. That's what he was.
Yes.
They gave him that shit in WWE for a reason. That's what he was.
Yeah, he was a jerk. He's not like that now. It doesn't seem like by his.
Well, yeah, because now he's crippled in a wheelchair.
Yeah, that's crazy. Oh man.
Yeah, but fellas, I'm gonna jump off, man. My little one came in here crying, so I got to catch up on what I didn't see. But y'all make sure y'all have your top 10 list ready for next week. And we definitely gotta discuss that that Vince McMahon doc. But one thing I will say about the Montreal Screwjob, even though we didn't get to it, is that the biggest misconception where Vince McMahon lied. Hear that? See, I could be unbiased. Vince McMahon lied because he said the reason they screwed Brett is because they didn't want him to show up on Nitro with the belt. Contractually, he couldn't because he still had 30 days left. They had to fulfill. So he couldn't have shown up with the title. They literally just screwed the man. But again, y'all heard me say that I think that was all a ploy because Vince sent him in there to infiltrate WCW. And I'm sticking to that because he was the shit. There's footage of Tony Schiavone saying, I don't know what Bret Hart we signed because that's not who they thought they were getting. Bret Hart completely squandered his run in WCW, and
you're blaming it on Bret Hart or you're blaming it on Eric Bischoff in WCW?
Bret has to take some of the blame. Bret Hart didn't want to be there. He didn't want to leave Vince, and he said,
"No, he didn't."
He didn't
because Bret Hart is always blaming how WCW was incompetent and they botched his thing and they should have used him better. That's what he always says. But they feel like
Hogan, they didn't botch Goldberg, they didn't botch DDP, they didn't botch Macho Man. Why the hell did they botch him?
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't botch Ric Flair.
Bret Hart can't do. Bret Hart can't have a program that those other guys can have, though. That's why I didn't like Bret Hart. What do you mean? Why not? Now you just said that Bret Hart is a great wrestler, but he doesn't have the overall aspect of what you expect a great wrestler to have.
So he's like Kyrie Irving,
and I knew that.
He's like Kyrie Irving, where he's a good player, but he can't run the team by his own. LeBron James has to be there to run the ship.
Exactly.
Right. He can't handle the pressure of being the man on the team. He has to be like the second to support a guy that's greater than him. That's what Bret Hart sounds like.
Yeah, and Bret Hart, he doesn't have that. You know what I mean? Like I said, as far as top 10 wrestlers, I would put him like 10. You know what I'm saying? But
so who between Bret Hart and Shawn Michaels, they're both kind of
similar.
Shawn
Michaels is the best. Shawn Michaels is the best.
Shawn Michaels is better than Bret Hart?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Not even close.
Again, we're talking about overall.
Okay, what about their runs? Their runs as champion. Because during Shawn Michaels' tenure, the WWF product was faltering. There was no eyes on it at all.
Same thing with Bret Hart.
Yeah. You know it was bad because his program with Sid was more over than Shawn was.
Because look at Sid. You wouldn't want to cheer for Sid.
Sid was the man, bro. Sid was the man.
Look at Sid. Come on, man. Who doesn't want to cheer for him? That guy is tremendous, man.
Yeah, Sid was the man. I can't front on that.
Yep.
Yeah, Shawn Michaels is better than Bret Hart. Shawn Michaels had a better career and more memorable moments. I mean, because who will ever forget the barbershop window? Come on, man. You'll never forget that. Never.
Yeah. Overall, I'll put Shawn over Bret.
You don't want to give him no credit. Just
I will say that. Is he a better wrestler than Bret? Hell no. But overall, yeah, you got to put him over Bret.
Think about it. Shawn Michaels had. Let's look at it this way. Let's just say grandest stage of them all. Let's look at WrestleMania. Shawn Michaels' WrestleMania 25 match against Undertaker is noted as the greatest wrestling match in WrestleMania history. I don't think it is, but it was damn near perfect. I would put the triple threat at WrestleMania 20, where that murderer Chris Benoit won the title, as like one of my top, because that match was flawless, that. And I put Shawn Michaels and Chris Jericho from what was that, WrestleMania 19. That was tremendous. Like, Shawn Michaels got so many classics. Shawn Michaels versus John Cena.
Well, what about Hulkamania, brother?
Or 24.
Well, what about Hulkamania, brother?
That, you know what? That was a fun match until I went back and listened and and start, that's when I started getting into like the sheets and everything, and realized how Sean tried to make him look like an idiot. And then when I watched the match, I'm like, oh yeah, all that overselling,
the
and stuff like
overreacting,
that.
overreacting,
yeah.
But at
See,
the time,
like I said,
at the time of watching it, I thought it was fun.
Yeah, I vividly remember that match as being, man, that was a good ass match. I really liked it.
Yeah.
It's a dream match, really, if you think about it. It really is.
Yeah.
And then
You gotta put
hear
Sean over Brett.
Yeah, you have to. And Brandon, you ain't gonna like that, but you heard it. Everybody says it.
I'm not willing to give in on that. Shawn Michaels, you know my stance. 90s, nah. The 2000s, yes. I like him a lot, and he's done some good things. Like, he does, like, common sense stuff that is funny. Like, I just saw a clip the other day. He was in a Survivor Series match, and the wrestler, I forget the wrestler, but his manager was a female. She's outside heckling the crowd, and then he's like Irish whip to the ropes. Then he goes under the bottom rope, slides out, comes behind her, kind of like acts like he was the wrestler, and kind of like hugged her. She turns around and like, oh, she just screams, and then he kind of waves at her, and then he runs back in the ring. It's just like little subtle things in the match. Like, he does like things that are just funny and like, oh my God, that's so off the wall to think like that. Because a regular wrestler wouldn't do that.
So you're not a fan, not even a like mid card Shawn Michaels with Sherry Martel and all that.
No, I could see the potential in him.
Because that what made me notice Sean. Like I wasn't like rockers and all that. I ain't kidding about all that shit. Like what turned me on to Shawn Michaels was that SummerSlam match with Rick Martel.
Okay.
Oh,
that's what turned me on to Shawn Michaels. Yeah, the no hit to the face match.
Yeah. I mean, he's not bad.
With another underrated person. The model Rick Martel.
Yeah, he's great. Yeah, he's good. Former AWA champion.
Former AWA champion. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah. He's good. He's really good. Another guy that was kind of held back in WWE, even though he's known, and but he could have gotten pushed a little bit more. Even give him the Intercontinental title, for God's sakes.
He never had the IC title, huh?
No, he never did, and that's what I'm saying. It's just a lot of stagnation in the WWF. I remember a guy.
I thought when he broke up from the Strike Force, that's where they were heading.
Didn't happen.
At least that IC
did not happen. Like Tito Santana should have won something. I mean, let these guys have a moment, for God's sake.
Well, Tito Santana had the IC title for a long time.
Yeah, brief. No, unmemorable.
And he had the IC title. He had the IC title when it meant something, when it was the workhorse title.
Yeah.
I mean, they're making it that way now. I wish they would change the design back to the classic one, but whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Hey, listen, man. This is like my fourth time trying to get off. So I'm gonna get with you guys, man. I gotta try to get some rest, man. Spend some time with my daughter before she goes to bed.
Oh man.
So y'all pulled me in because y'all was talking crap about Triple H and Stephanie, which always do it. So I'll see you guys. Hey, you know what, Blackstone? What I was thinking. So, is there a reason why we do Champions Circle at 8? Because we might be able to just combine Champions Circle with the Champions Corner, and have that break in between Monday and Wednesday, because both of those shows go really long.
Right. I agree.
It kind of threw me off. So we could do Champions. If we could just combine Champions Circle and Champions Corner into one show, and we could do it Monday, because I know Yanga, you want to have Yanga on there. I mean, that might be better, because I think that's what threw me off, is that we went so long on Monday, then to come back Tuesday.
Yeah, right. No, I'm with you, man. I try to just make it flexible for everybody. So, man, whatever y'all want to do, I'm down with it, man. So, I mean, yeah, if you want to do that's cool with me. Is 8 o'clock good, or is that good for you? Or
I mean, that's kind of late. I always
Kind of
would
late.
rather
Okay,
the
okay,
6:30 start time, but
okay.
I know you schedule it around Yanga's time.
I mean, we could work it out, man. We could work it out. I don't think it shouldn't be too much of a bother. I think we could work that out. Because I'm trying to remember. So Monday's good for you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can start it at because we can start it and then Yanga could just come in later. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I think that should be flexible. Yeah. Yeah, I'm with that, man. I'm with that shit. Hell yeah. But yeah, man, I'm enjoying these conversations, man. I'm enjoying them, man. Shit. Man, thank you for coming on, man. I know you were under the weather and everything, man, you know.
Yeah, I'm just glad Venkat can make it because I told you he brings a lot to the
Oh, absolutely,
he brings
man.
a lot, and I can't wait until y'all start. He hops on them political debate stuff because you know that's gonna be a good time, a real good time.
Hey, Trevor, the download went through?
I think it did. Let me check my computer. Yeah, it. Oh man. Yeah, I got so much going on.
Speaking of politics, shout out to NAASD, CJEC, Coalition for Just and Equitable California. Right now, I think they're about to adjourn, but right now they holding their reparation task force meeting. It was an all-day thing. While I was driving, I was listening to it. So shouts out to them. You know, they had their official town hall meeting today. It was from 9 to 5 Pacific time. So it was an all day affair. A lot of questions got answered. A lot of questions that I had got answered. So yeah, I mean that could be something that we can talk about, you know, next week also. But yeah, shout out to them.
And this is only for California?
Yeah. This is NAASD. You know, Governor Newsom out there, he has the task force to for the study. Like it's been going on since last year. The end of this year, not even the end. They got like 6-7 months left. So sometime around June, July, they'll be finishing up with their initial report. And that's when they're going to give the recommendation, the formal recommendation to Governor Newsom. And then we're going to see what's going to happen from there. But yeah, a lot of misconceptions got answered as well as they got cleared up. Like the crap that Dr. Umar was saying on the Breakfast Club, that's not true. About the 233,000, that's totally false what he said. So yeah, a lot of things got cleared up. Some new motions got put into place. So yeah, California is the beacon right now in terms of reparations. So goes California, so goes the rest of the nation in terms of reparations.
That's a fact.
Because they holding it down. Shout out to Chairman Camilla Moore out there. She putting in work.
I believe a few years ago, stupid Democrats passed a bill about acknowledging they could acknowledge the wrong of blacks and slavery and all that, but then there was no path to reparations. I remember that happening a few years back.
Well, that's one of the subparts of HR 40, but that bill in totality hasn't been passed yet. That bill's been going on for like 30 years, and it's never been able to get through. Okay. The bill in itself is trash. You know, it needs to be updated. It needs to be thrown away. Is what it needs to be done. Mm-hmm. But what California is doing, the initial recommendation was to basically copycat HR 40, that bill that you're talking about. But we got competent people out there that realize that HR 40 is not the move. So they came up with their own bill, AB 3121, which is the actual task force is the bill itself, and so it's already been passed, all that. So the task force is doing the work right now to come up with a conclusion for all ultimate bill that's going to push through reparations for the state of California, not federal. But they're laying out the template what can be done federally, and that's the good part.
Right.
So I'm rooting for California.
That's cool.
Hell yeah.
And if they want to do reparations, they could easily just give people education. Like if you're, I don't know, if you're linked to slavery in the past, and give those descendants the opportunity to go to college for free, give the opportunity to have health care, because slavery affected both of those things.
I agree.
That's why we have high blood pressure and diabetes all the time from our descendants. That's stuff we can't even get past.
Yeah, and that all of that is true, but that's only a part. That's only a minuscule part of what reparations should be.
Right, but it's
only a part. Yeah. So we'll see what happens.
Man, yeah, definitely keep us tuned on that, MD, man, and let me know if you share some links, man. Hell yeah, damn. Yeah, I definitely.
Yeah, I definitely want to hear about that.
Yeah, me too, man. Hell yeah.
Hey, Black Son, what I wanted to tell you too, when you post these shows, you guys start using the hashtags, like hashtag like WWF and AEW, stuff like that. Just get the shows out in the algorithm.
We'll get on it. I will get on it ASAP.
So when people, and I emailed you a thumbnail that Venkat sent me earlier that you could use just to get more eyeballs on, because people, for some reason, people love these wrestling shows.
I know, yeah, they do. In fact, yeah, if y'all can send me thumbnails every week, man, because that plays a big part too, man. Hell yeah,
that's Venkat, man. Let me tell you, he's so modest, but he won't say this, but I'll say it because I brag on my friends. This dude, he just sent me a video. So we did the podcast about war games, and I sent him the audio, and he went and clipped it up, and I'm just looking at it now, and he synced like scenes from old WCW times to everything that we were saying. So I got to get that uploaded, but I knew him for his video production. Like I used to borrow all his edit to make my own tape collection. So yeah, man, it's all about spreading the word, man. This dude is a tremendous, like when it comes to that type of shit. I can't do that. I'm just a loudmouth, so that's it. You know what I'm saying? I leave all that stuff to like him and my wife. They be doing all that. Like anytime you see on my shows where you'll just see anything that just looks different, it's one of them that did it for me.
Okay.
Yeah, shout out to them for doing stuff like that. Because like I say, I just hit record and I could talk, but when it comes to doing all that other stuff, I ain't get the patience. I ain't get the patience for it. I don't.
Well, Venkat, let me put your email, because man, I need some assistance. Like Trevor, man, I'm pretty much on the same plane. Like the thumbnails and all that other stuff, man. I need help.
Yeah, I'll be more than happy to help out. That's
okay,
cool.
Appreciate that, man. Yeah, man. Because these be some.
I'll rap with you. I'll rap with you guys though, because y'all, I'm starting to get like really dry.
Yeah. Oh, no, man. Get your rest, man. Drink your water, man, and just rest up, brother.
All right, cool.
All right, Jeff.
Peace.
All right, peace.
Peace, Trevor. Yeah, Venkat. Yeah, man. Man. We definitely need all that, man. The thumbnails, everything, man. Shit, because man, these be some fire conversations. I definitely want the thumbnails and the hashtags to match up with the conversations, because it's fire conversations, man. Shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So yeah, man. Yeah, man. Whatever I can. Yeah, man. Just hit me email address, man, and we'll get on it, man. Because I just be throwing up videos, man, and I know it's a process. So yeah, I'm gonna go back and just redo, like I said, that the thumbnails and the hashtags. I'm gonna have to get on that, man. So when I have my day off, just make a day of it, because I just be, throwing up videos and go to bed and go back to work. And like I said, I need to start applying all that, because these are some.
Yeah, it would be. I was noticing as I was watching some shows from the past and stuff.
Yeah,
and I was noticing like the titles, like they don't have a differentiation. Like maybe put like the data or something. Like some people number their shows,
yeah,
or you put the date on the show so that because I'll look at it. It'll say like Champions Corner,
right.
but there was Champions Corner last week, the week
That's
before
right.
that.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
it's hard to figure out like where to get to or where you're at.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that would be great, because you guys be having some great discussions, some great conversations.
Yeah.
And it's hard to differentiate because every thumbnail looks the same, and then So I'll be more than happy to do everything I can to
Oh
help.
man, appreciate that. Yeah, man. Because when I get tired, man, I just crash and shit, man. And
I know the feeling.
Man. I'd be like, oh, I got to go back and do that. Never, like you said, man, it'd be all looking the same. Like, oh man. So yeah, man. Man. Let's work together on that, man. Because because
I'm also working. I was working on on an intro. I don't know if it'll be good. I'll have to see how you feel about it. But,
man, I'm open to anything, brother. I'm open to break up the monotony, brother. Anything that'll make it show better, man. I'm open, because I've seen what you did for Trevor's channel. I'm like, man, that's fire. So yeah, man, I'm shit. Like I said, man, I'll get your information in the. I'll leave my email in the chat, man, and we can. Yeah, man, because man, that it makes a big difference. It does, man.
Yeah.
Let's see, the arena.
That's true.
Yeah.
Hey, off topic, Black Son. Hey, you look at Taharka Bay channel?
I haven't watched it in a while. I used to.
Okay,
what's going on?
No, I would listen to a video and I thought he shouted you out in the video. I'm like, damn, I like Black Son tuned in.
Oh shit, really? Oh, okay. I need to go by there, man. Because I haven't been over there in a while, man. Because
he was saying in the chat. I was like, okay, Black Son over here.
Really? No.
Unless it was another Black Son.
It might be another Black Son at SUN, but I'll have to go over there and check it out. But no, I haven't been over there. Man.
Okay. Yeah. I was just wondering because like I said, I was listening to one of his videos, man.
Okay.
And I heard him say your name. I'm like, what the hell going on?
And this was recent? Yeah, because
that was like a couple days ago.
Oh,
I meant to mention it to you yesterday.
Yeah, not really my style of conversation, but I mean, I like the brother. It's just he just like Sonetter. I like Sonetter, but it's not really my cup of tea. You know what I'm saying?
Oh. Yeah. I don't look at Taharka like that. The only reason I'm looking at him right now because he's getting in freaking she ass, and I like it. You know what I mean?
Oh,
that's
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only reason. That's the only reason I watch him, because Tariq She is a detriment to what's going on in reparations right now. So. Right.
Well, shit, man. Man. I'll swing by there, man. Because, like I said, it's certain, like I know, like what's his name? Judah Nazareth's been a big talk, man. But when I go over there, it's not really my thing. But I mean,
I can't.
Yeah, it's not my thing.
I can't do that.
Yeah. I like conversations like these. I can't really do.
I listen to Judah about 5 minutes. I'm done.
Yeah. I'm the same way, man. And shout out to Judah, whatever he's doing, man. But it's just not my thing. It's not my style. So yeah, man. I like these kind of conversations right here, and I want to promote this right here. But I think those brothers have the capability to talk about other things. But I mean, hell, like House Conscious, they've been talking about the same thing for the last 20 years, man. That shit is tiring.
Yeah.
Hebrews. Kemet. That shit. I mean, I've been doing that shit since the days of Unk and goddamn Sarasuit and Seti. I don't want to hear that shit no more. I'm done with it.
I'll feel you on that.
Yeah, man. I'm way past that. I'm too old to be listening to those conversations, man. I'm just not my thing. So,
okay, cool. Yeah, I need to get with you too also, man. At some point, I don't know, probably at the beginning of the year, I want to like put a slide presentation together. Not more or less for like me, but I'm I'm trying to work on this project with Talik, man, with this OEM, and
okay.
I don't know if he knows, because I ain't never seen him like do like slides, so I don't think he knows, but I know you know how to do a slide presentation, so I might I might, but I'll have to be home to like get with you and see like what program I need to do it and all of that, you know what I'm saying? So but that'll be something in the future, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't too like focused on it right now, but probably like I said, sometime beginning of the year I want to start doing that. And also it'll prep me for the league, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
At some point in time when I get into that. So
yeah, man. Hey, I can't wait, brother. I can't wait, because we definitely need, man, we need all y'all, man. We need Venkat, we need you, we need Trevor, man. We need Sister Nicole. Yeah, we need all y'all, man, because yeah, man. Y'all be bringing some fire conversations, man, and very knowledgeable. And that's what we need, man, because right now, I think just as a whole, it's just not too many channels that be having just adult conversations, man, and that's what's needed in the YouTube space, especially the Black YouTube space, man. We need more just dialogue, man, friendly dialogue, less nigga shit, and just, man, I mean, it's so many things that we can do and take it to on so many different levels, man. But we just, like I said, but like I said, I'm gonna get started, like I said, with these like I said, the tags and the hashtags, man. Venkat, man, I got my email address in the chat, man. So yeah, let's work together, man. Because like I said, I've been lazy, brother. I've been lazy, shit, and it's not a good look. Like you said, man, you go to Champions Corner, it's all the same. Oh my gosh, man. And I take responsibility for that, man. I just been lazy, And
Blackson, I sent you an email just now. Hopefully it.
Okay.
Hopefully I didn't mess up the address, but I think I got it.
Hold on.
And I sent you just that image of what I have on my avatar right now.
Okay. The WCW. Okay. Let me type. I think. Hold on. Let me refresh it. Uh-oh. I don't know if I got it. Let me see. Venkat, wait, the arena atl@gmail.com. Hold on.
Yeah.
No, I didn't get anything. Maybe I'm searching the wrong thing. Damn. Well, send me yours, man, so I can. Yeah, send me yours, because I'm.
Okay.
Mine's, man. Maybe this phone, man. I don't know if this phone is giving me trouble or not. Dropped me. Oh shit.
You see it?
It dropped. Is it in the private chat or no? It's in the.
No, it's to your email address.
Email. Okay, hold on. The arena. Let's see if I could put a search for it. Let's see. What's your email address? Well, let me look again, man. Damn. Yeah, it's not coming up, man. Maybe if I check the important. Let me see. Spam. No. I still don't see it. Wait a minute. Hold on. No. I don't see it yet. Damn. All boxes. Hold on. Shit. The arena. Yeah, Venkat, I don't see it, man. What the hell? Oh shit. All right, peace, MD, man. We'll see you, man. Peace. Venkat, let me yeah, I don't see it. Damn. Venkat, you there? Venkat? Maybe if I change this thing again. All right, y'all. I don't know if Venkat can.
Hello?
Yeah. I'm here. Yeah, I don't
Okay.
see. Yeah, I'm still having trouble seeing it.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna send you my email.
Okay. Well, you know where it says, okay, there, private chat. Okay, there we go. There we go. Okay, let me type it in now, Vin. Will. Yeah. Okay. Okay, got it. Boom. Okay, I'm locked in it. I locked it in my phone.
Okay.
All right, Venkat. All right, man. So I'm gonna send you a message, man. I'm gonna look for yours too. Shit.
Yeah, I sent another email.
Yeah, this phone. I don't know what's wrong with this goddamn phone, man. Jesus Christ. All right, Charles. So then I'm gonna send you that message. I'll get it sorted out, man. I got it locked in my email search. So I will send you a message. All right, Charles. Let me give a shout out to everybody in the chat. Hold on, Black. Drop the link. Oh shit. Okay. Hold on. Okay. Hold on, Black. Drop the link. All right. Okay, you end in peace. Now, MD, you can come on real quick if you need to if you can hear me, but if not, then let me know. I just dropped the okay, cool, MD. Okay. All right, MD. Yay. MD.
Yo, can you hear me? Yeah, I don't know what happened. It dropped me, and I ain't see the link. Hey, real quick before you go,
Okay.
and we might have to talk about this too next week.
Okay.
Did you hear about the ex Biden official, the the dude who he got convicted today? Well, not
What?
well about I'm gonna send you the story
Oh shit, yeah, man.
in Messenger, man. It's some dude, man. When you take a look, when I send you these pictures, man, you're gonna flip out. He got convicted for it's called child enticement, whatever that means.
Oh shit, don't surprise me. Yeah.
But yeah, man, when I send you the story, man, and you see this dude, bro, man, you but that's all I wanted, man. I'm
Okay.
about to send it to you right now. It's
Yeah,
funny.
please
Man.
do, man. I want to have fun with that. I definitely want to
It's
have fun
fun.
with
It's
that.
funny,
Yeah.
bro.
Okay. God damn. All right. Hey, Venkat, I see you got disconnected. I'm still checking. I still don't see the email, but I'm gonna compile. I'm gonna send you a message. Maybe that'll help. Yeah, but I'm about to send him a message right now. Oh, there we go, Venkat. There we go. All right, Venkat. I'm about to send you something on the email.
Okay.
Yeah, because apparently my phone is acting crazy. Cat. And then that way. Okay, now it's coming up. Okay, wait. Link. Let's see. Okay, Veronica, I just sent you something.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Yeah. This guy was the Biden. He was the Biden administration nuclear energy official.
Oh shit. Okay.
Charged. Let me see. Hold up. Yeah, he got charged with stealing a suitcase at MSP Airport in Minneapolis,
Right.
and reviewing charges, child enticement, and some more stuff.
Did he get hit in the sting operation or something? What the hell?
I don't know.
Damn, how you? What the fuck? Oh my god! Yeah, usually when they do shit like that, that's a sting operation, man. What the
Let me
fuck?
see, man. Yeah, I got to send you this story though, man.
Okay, yeah, man.
Like once you see the dude,
yeah.
like it's
Oh god damn. Okay.
once you see this dude, man, you gonna be like, what the hell?
Right. Venkat, did you get the message on the email?
No, I didn't see anything yet.
Oh,
Non-binary is what you refer to him as.
non-binary.
Yeah.
Oh wow. I don't know. Oh damn. That's crazy.
Hold up, man. I'm about to see this shit right now, man. This shit is funny.
Okay. Since link. All right, Vink, I sent you 2 messages. I don't know what's okay. I got it. All right. I think this internet is giving me trouble. Oh, what the hell? What the fuck? What? Damn.
You got it that quick, huh?
Oh my god! What the hell? This is crazy, man. What the hell?
You see my man?
Yo,
Man, he looked like something out of Alien Nation, man. I don't know what the hell.
Yeah, like the Coneheads. Remember that old Saturday Night Live show? We come from plants. Yeah, this dude. Oh my, what the hell?
Yeah, he looked like the daughter from Alien Nation.
Yo, this is damn, this is crazy. Oh my goodness, non-binary. Oh man, come on, man.
Yeah, they out of line.
Hey, they wilding.
All right, man, I'm going to sleep, man.
All right, man. Yeah, this is damn.
All right, man. I'm gonna holler at y'all, man. Peace.
All right, peace, MD. Damn. Yeah, this is crazy. All right, y'all. Oh, what the hell? Oh, goodness. All right, y'all. I'm out. Peace. I want to give a shout out, man. It's 8:30. Shout out to Venkat, man. Shout out to MD20. Oh, Venkat's there. Okay. Venkat, what's going on, man?
All right. Keep getting knocked out.
Yeah. I'm going to save this thing.
Yeah, I didn't see anything yet, but hopefully it'll come through some point.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on, man, but it'll probably come through later on, man. This damn internet on my end is not the greatest, man. It'd be doing weird stuff.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, once you get that, man, I'll give you some information, man. And yeah, man, if you can help me with this channel, man, and shit, if even if you want to charge me for it, that's fine too, man. Because I need to get it together. Because I don't want to. I want to do these conversations justice. I definitely want to do these conversations justice. Because yeah, man, I be doing this shit the lazy way. So I want to. Yeah, I definitely. I want to do right by y'all, man. Shit.
Yeah, it's a great platform.
It is, man. Man, y'all make it great. Shit, y'all make it great, man. Shit.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm gonna make sure I tag it tonight, this one, and then I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna like a day. Like I said, I'm gonna take a day off and I'm gonna make sure I get all this shit right, man. Because goddamn, yeah, it's just oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw your Facebook, but it didn't. I don't know if it was an active Facebook or not. Are you on Facebook?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now, there's 2 other ones I had, but I got locked out, so I had to.
Oh, okay.
Okay, send it to me. So, okay, let me send this to Yanga. He wants to see this damn thing. Did you see that thing that Trevor? Oh God, this is crazy.
No.
Yeah, let me send it. See if I can send it because let me see if I can lock you in now. Because your profile is popping up on my phone, but when I send it to you, it's not It's not going through, man. This is crazy.
Hmm.
But what I'll do, Black Sun BAU, you can find me on Facebook.
Okay.
And yeah, let me see. Blue better debate. Okay. So okay, Yanga, I sent it to you. Man, shout out to Yanga. All right, man. But yeah, let's do this again next week, man. And man, you know, you can join anytime, Venkat, man. You family now, bro. You family.
All right. Appreciate it. Happy to be here.
Yeah, man. And I'll keep working on that email too, man. Make sure, hopefully it'll go through. You'll probably get like back to back messages at some point in time, man. Shit.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking.
Man. Yeah, the internet, boy, it be bugging me out sometimes.
All right. So I'll see you next week or maybe earlier. It depends on my schedule.
Yeah, and like I say, you can hop on Monday. We're gonna do the champions corner on Monday. So man, you can hop on that too, man. You can hop on any show that we do, man. Anytime, you know, it's always open to invitation, man. We be, you know, like I said, we're gonna chop up some politics too. So we want you to join us on that also.
All right.
All right.
All right. Thank you. Have a great one.
All right. Thanks, Kat.
All right.
All right. All right, Yang. I sent you the thing. I sent it to your phone, man. Shout out to Yanga. Shout out to Venkat. Shout out to MD20. Shout out to Trevor, man. Shout out to Zanzi, man. Shout out to Zanzi. And shout out to Twin, man. Shout out to everybody, man. Shout out to people in the clouds. And yeah, man, we out. Man, we going on 2 hours. So I'm gonna try to keep it down as low as possible. So we're at 2:22 and we out. Peace, y'all.